The Tao Te Ching, the classic of the way and virtue, speaks of the Tao, the natural way of the universe, the pattern of all things in nature. To resist the Tao is to walk upstream against a river. To follow it is to move with the current, embodying Wu Wei, effortless action, the art of flowing with life rather than forcing it. The willow bends with the storm, while the rigid oak snaps. Lao Tzu taught that to master life is not to conquer it, but to move with it as effortlessly as water carving stone. Here are the 21 principles of the Tao Te Ching. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. The Tao moves with effortless ease, as the river carves the stone without force. In stillness, the seasons change, and the seed becomes the tree. Rushing leads to imbalance and exhaustion. Let things take their course, and all will unfold as it should, in perfect harmony. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Do not be troubled by the vastness of the path ahead. The greatest mountains are climbed step by step. Take the first step, no matter how small, and the way will reveal itself. With patience and perseverance, even the longest journey will be completed. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Desire blinds the eyes. Contentment opens the heart. When you see that you need nothing, the heavens and earth are already yours. True wealth is not found in possessions, but in the understanding that everything you need is already within you. Abundance comes from contentment, not accumulation. The soft overcomes the hard. The weak overcomes the strong. Water wears away the stone. The tender root breaks through the hardest earth. Yield, and you shall endure. Be gentle, and you shall prevail. Force does not equate to strength more than flexibility does. Those who remain soft and adaptable will ultimately overcome rigidity and hardness. The way of heaven does one good, but never does one harm. The way of the sage is to act, but not to compete. The Tao nurtures all without preference, and so the sage moves without striving. He acts without seeking reward, and thus all is accomplished. The true path is one of non-resistance, where good arises naturally, and balance is maintained without the need for struggle or competition. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. To see oneself clearly is to awaken. Master yourself, and the world will no longer master you. True wisdom is found in self-awareness, for only when you know yourself can you navigate the world with clarity and purpose. Don't push solutions. Help others discover them. A great teacher does not impose, but allows wisdom to emerge. Like the moon reflected in the still water, truth appears when the mind is undisturbed. Guiding others gently towards understanding allows them to grow naturally, rather than being forced into solutions they are not ready to accept. Fill your bowl to the brim, and it will spill. Keep sharpening your knife, and it will blunt. Too much leads to loss. Excess invites decline. Be content with balance, and all things will be preserved. In seeking more than is needed, we invite misfortune. Moderation ensures that what we have remains useful, and that we do not destroy what serves us well. The great Tao flows everywhere, both to the left and to the right. The way is boundless, without direction or limit. It nourishes all, moving where it is needed, without effort or claim. The Tao does not discriminate or choose. It simply flows, reaching all things equally, providing without seeking recognition. We shape clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. Form is useful, but emptiness gives it meaning. The room is valuable not for its walls, but for the space within. Seek not things, but their purpose. The usefulness of an object is found in its emptiness, just as the true essence of life is in the space between material things. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. The deepest wisdom cannot be spoken. Like the still lake reflecting the sky, the sage is silent, letting truth arise without words. Words can only point toward understanding, but true knowledge is beyond language, found in experience and the stillness of the mind. Hence, always rid yourself of desires in order to observe its secrets, but always allow yourself to have desires in order to observe its manifestations. Let go of grasping, and you will see the unseen, but embrace the world, and you will know its ways. To walk the Tao, one must hold both emptiness and fullness, balance desire and detachment to understand both the mysteries and manifestations of existence. He who stands on tiptoe does not stand firm. To stretch beyond what is natural is to become unbalanced. The rooted tree does not lean. The strong stance is low and steady. Overreaching leads to instability. Remain grounded and humble, for true strength comes from a solid foundation rather than excess striving. The more laws and restrictions there are, the poorer people become. The more rules and regulations, the more thieves and robbers. Control breeds rebellion. Excess order leads to disorder. Govern lightly, and the people will flourish. When rulers impose too many restrictions, they create resistance. True harmony comes not from rigid control, but from allowing natural balance to emerge. Empty yourself of everything. Let the mind rest at peace. The churning river does not reflect the moon. The restless mind does not see the truth. Let go, be still, and clarity will arise. The more we empty ourselves of attachment and distraction, the more we align with the natural flow of existence and find inner peace. He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still. To rule the world is fleeting. To rule oneself is eternal. Conquer desire, and nothing will conquer you. External power is temporary, but self-mastery grants an enduring strength that no external force can shake. True power lies in inner discipline and understanding. Be like water. Water is without resistance, yet nothing withstands it. It takes the shape of all things, yet remains itself. In yielding, find strength. Flowing around obstacles rather than opposing them allows one to adapt and endure. Embrace change, and nothing can hold you back. Great acts are made up of small deeds. The mighty tree grows from a tiny seed. Each drop fills the ocean. Do not neglect the small, for it is the foundation of the great. Every great achievement is the result of many small efforts, each essential to the whole. Step by step, the impossible becomes possible. A good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent on arriving. To cling to plans is to limit the journey. The wise one moves with the flow, embracing the unknown with an open heart. Freedom is found in flexibility. For when we release our attachment to specific outcomes, we can experience life fully as it unfolds. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you were heading. If the path leads to ruin, turn away. Flow like the Tao, adjusting as needed. Awareness of our course allows us to make changes before it's too late. Adaptability ensures we move toward harmony rather than destruction. The Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. Words are but shadows of truth. The Tao cannot be captured in speech nor grasped by thought. It is known only by walking its way. The moment we define the Tao, we limit it, for true understanding comes from experience, not from naming or description.